A jazz club may not seem to be the obvious place to come to discuss a classical instrument. But of course the double bass is basic to jazz. Ever since the beginning of this century, when the marching bands of New Orleans went stationary and could actually hold one of these things, the double bass, not bowed because one of the early players left his bow at home and had to pluck it, the double bass, plucked or slapped, has been one of the stars of jazz.
It's a very important part of all music, but particularly in jazz.
As a classical musician, have you ever played jazz on the double bass?
Yes, I spent 2 years when I was at university playing in a jazz quartet. A very good experience it was too. I think it teaches everybody to listen very carefully.
To the music, you'd recommend it for classical students and play for the...
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, yes.
But you didn't start playing jazz, did you? You started as a classical musician wanting to play the double bass. Why the double bass when we hear that it's so unglamorous?
I suppose the simple question to the answer to that is that when my brother left the school, there was no bass player in the school orchestra. And I said, can I have a go? We know what pop stars live like, motels, women, booze and the rest. What's the life of a classical musician? It's hard work, I think, especially if you're a member of an orchestra. I do quite a lot of chamber music, quite a lot of touring, a little bit of solo work. I get around a lot, but it's hard work.
Now, obviously it's your instrument, Duncan, but is it also your instrument in that you actually love it and it's your favourite instrument?
It's a wonderful feeling to be sitting on the bottom of the harmony changes of all sorts of music, whether it be jazz, classical music, whatever. You control a lot of what goes on. All music, I think, is based on harmony, and the harmony is based on the chord changes, if you like, to put it in jazz terms.
And you're saying that it's the double bass in all these musics that holds those chord changes together?
Yes, I think so. I don't think you would notice the double bass part so much, but if it wasn't there, then you would notice its absence.
The most important place for the double bass to hold together, to underscore the chord changes, the harmonics, is here on the concert platform with a symphony orchestra. Now, I know that from here, the violins are there, woodwind are there, but where are the bass? Well, I take it the double basses are over there. Is that where you normally are?
Yeah, quite a long way away, isn't it?
Right by the exit door, by the look of it, in case you do something wrong, you can get out.
Quick getaway.
How many double basses are there normally over there?
8 in a symphony orchestra.
And, I mean, we don't really hear it, do we? It's just underneath everything.
Yeah, most of the time. Occasionally you do when they get a tune, but most of the time it's just giving added depth.
What actually can you hear over there as you're over there?
Not that much, actually. The brass, maybe, cellos, violas, but not so much from the other side of the orchestra.
If I can be rude and say that one of the reasons double basses are in a world of their own is that very few of the great composers have ever written pieces especially for the double bass.
Yeah, that's very true. A lot of people may not know this, but Mozart actually wrote a concert aria for bass voice and obbligato double bass.
Why?
Well, there is a story which goes that he rather fancied the wife of the bass player in his orchestra, and so he wrote a very difficult solo for this bass player to keep him occupied.
Mozart's enthusiasm for the double bass then may have had strings attached, but not so Duncan McTier's. Duncan is now an internationally renowned double bass player, one of the youngest professors in the country, despite only starting on his chosen instrument in his mid-teens. In comparison, these two youngsters from Saddleworth, 11-year-old Vicky Kent and 10-year-old Stephen Ramsden, have a head start. They're learning on quarter-size Romanian double basses.
1, 2, 3.
Their skills were put to the test in an impromptu recital, or busk, without a single rehearsal, when they played together for the first time with Duncan McTier. Anyone got any requests for Old Man River? The only thing that Duncan can play? No?
Yeah.
What, London's
burning.
Huh?
London's burning.
London's burning. London's burning. Come on, can you do London's burning? You can do London's burning, can't you? Right. Can you do it? He can't. He's the one that said no. Right, come on, just start off.
£50 to play if I were a rich man.
£1 for If I Were a Rich Man. You're very lucky there, right? If I Were a Rich Man. I think we stick this up into there.
Yeah.
Like that. And we play If I Were a Rich Man.
Now, can you play A?
Don't go crazy, because a lot of it was out of tune. I know that. Don't go mad. Just 2 please, lovely. Oh, thank you very, very much. Fresh from their triumphant and highly lucrative engagement in St Anne's Square, Manchester, our trio have fled the fans and now pack and depart. An activity which showcases a bass player's need of considerable patience, not a virtue which everyone possesses. Come on! This is a main road, not a concert hall. Move it! Very clever, very clever! What are the strains for a classical musician?
The strains of playing in front of a public, trying to get it absolutely bang on in a concert. Concentration, I think, is one of the most difficult things to learn.
Do you ever play bum notes?
Oh, yes. Yes, I think we all do.
If the bass in a classical orchestra plays a bum note, does one hear it? Do the rest of the orchestra hear it?
I think you're less likely to hear it than if it was in the violin department. But with a good pair of lugols, yes, you could.
I've always wondered what happens in a classical orchestra if someone plays regular bum notes.
Yeah.
Does someone tell you?
Yes, possibly. If it's really desperate, yes, I think obviously before the performance you don't want that sort of thing happening in a performance.
Have you ever been told off?
Oh, yes.
You have?
Yes, last week even.
Duncan, thank you very much for helping out with my excruciating guitar playing, showing what the double bass can do for a James Taylor song. But that was easy for you, wasn't it? It was difficult playing with me, but it was an easy tune.
Been a long time ago.
Believe me, I always get that right. Play it perfectly at home on my own. Now I have some idea of the pressures a musician is under when the lights and the cameras are on, a professional musician that is, and I have some idea of the pressure facing Duncan McTier at this very moment. He's about to give a special recital of an extremely fiendishly difficult piece, Glière's Tarantella. Duncan. Thank you very much, Duncan. Thank you. Carl Atwood there, also his regular accompanist. And Tarantella so called because it mimics the spasms you might get if you were bitten by a tarantula spider.
This is the only domestic vacuum cleaner in the world that washes, Vax. Vax has a unique washing action, continuously drawing clean water deep into the fibers, getting dirt like this out of the cleanest looking carpets. Result, cleaner, brighter carpets that will stay looking new. Vax will wash out spills instantly, leaving your floors clean and dry. And Vax is also a super light, super powerful vacuum cleaner that cleans everything from carpets to curtains. Vax, the only domestic vacuum cleaner in the world that washes.
To discover oil of Ulay is to discover the secret of younger looking skin. Oil of Ulay is a special blend of oils and moisture in harmony with those found in your skin. Discover oil of Ulay. It can help you keep the beauty of young looking skin.
Till we meet under the great oak. Love, Robin. Till we meet under the great oak. Till we meet.
It's for you!
It's for me?
Greetings. If thee be missing a loved one, use the phone. You'll find it so much easier. The phone. It's for you to get hold of a loved one.
That's the way, I like it.
Fresh, clean.
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 I like it.
Do you choose a lavatory bleach because it's thick? Well, there's one bleach that's thicker than any of the others. Vortex. Look. Ordinary thick bleach and Vortex. If I drop this weight into the ordinary bleach, it sinks immediately. But Vortex is so thick, the weight's practically floating. Vortex does what ordinary bleaches can't. It really clings to the bowl, even through the flush. So Vortex keeps killing germs even after flushing. Vortex, so thick it kills germs even after flushing.
You were committed to the leading automatic powder until you tried dyes in your hot whites wash. What were your results?
Well, these socks They had sand all over them. I mean, look at that. I mean, you can't beat that, can you? Also, Mrs. Matthews' shirt, drinks and chocolate. It was filthy. I mean, look at that. Bright and white. I thought it was very good value for money. Cost less. Obviously, when you bring a family up, that's very important.
So will you swap your packet of Daz for 2 packets of your old powder?
No way. No. No, thank you.
Why not?
Because I'm really pleased with the Daz whiteness. Daz is great. I'll stick with it.
Try Daz yourself in the hot whites wash. Most women agree. Daz gives unbeatable white at a price that's right.
Vax, the only domestic vacuum cleaner in the world that washes. Keep your carpets cleaner and brighter with Vax. Now at Manweb, Norweb and other good stores.